Hello and welcome to our live webinar today from Hamburg, Germany, talking about balancing our meridians, an ancient way to gain more health in our daily life. An introduction about acupuncture theory, acupressure, the meridian system, and how we are actually able to apply the meridian theory on our own by using a self-check method which I prepared for you today in this online lecture. I'm very happy that you came today to participate in this live webinar broadcasted today, not from China, but from the north of Europe, from Germany, talking about the main functions, about meridian systems, on how we are able to understand the meridian, what is a meridian, what are the functions of a meridian, on how we are able to apply it on our own. So if we take a look to the main meridians, what we are first introducing you in this slide, what you have in front of you, you see that we have two kinds of meridians, such as channels, meridian channels, and associated collaterals. In total, we can say we have 14 main meridians. Of course, we have much more extraordinary meridians and others, but today we first talk about the 12 main meridians, what you have in front of you, plus two extra meridians called the renmai and the dumai, conception vessel and the governing vessel. These meridians, 12 main meridians, what we have over here, can be divided into yang and yin channels, into hand and foot channels. So if you go through the list, what you have in front of you, you will receive an overview that actually every meridian is connected with one organ. Therefore, it's also able to balance organ functions. As you can see in this chart, usually we have like more than 360 acupuncture points which are common use in the clinics, and applying the meridian theory is very complicated. So in the beginning we would like to give you a very basic overview on explaining you 4 main points for certain body locations and how we are able to use these points to gain more health in our daily life. First of all, I would like to talk about the functions of the meridians. How can we understand the idea of the meridian theory? In front of you, you have 3 explanations, such as the source of many illnesses. And if you imagine a motorway where cars are constantly driving, everything is in the flow, people are heading towards the holiday, and all of a sudden actually there is a traffic jam. So the flow is interrupted. We do have a stagnation, such as in our human body. If an external injury is interrupting the flow of qi and blood, such as we have heat as well, we have coldness, we have deficiency, we also have a lot of internal factors, of course, which can keep our qi and blood flow in stagnation, in an interrupted state actually. So we have the beginning of an illness, because meridians here explained, they do transport qi and blood. Once the qi is not flowing anymore, there is a stagnation in our system, an illness is starting. So this can be a very easy understanding on how we can get some kind of insight about the functions of meridians. Each meridian in connection with an organ, as well in connection with our limbs, with our legs, our arms. Therefore, we find a lot of acupuncture points which we can needle on our limbs as well to stimulate and influence organ functions. If we talk about the flow of the meridians, you can see we prepared a self-check method to see for yourself if you have a good constitution, if you have a good flow with your meridians. So if you go through this checklist, starting on top with having a pale white face or a dark face, dark lips, and so on. If you go through this list on your own, and you will find more than 3 of these listed symptoms, we could consider that there will be a weak flow of the meridians, which could be getting into a balanced state by applying certain methods, what we also introduce you in this online course. So just first of all, some kind of examples. If you find yourself in the inside, make a mark and see if you have more than 3 of these listed above symptoms, to check if whether your meridians are in good flow or in a maybe more weak flow. So this self-check method is allowing you to gain more understanding about yourself. And if you take a look to these 5 different kind of techniques, by gently massaging your body from up to down, you will find different kind of explanation on how we are able to check if we have certain pain in body location, if we do feel some kind of numbness, if we feel heat in certain locations. So go through these self-check methods yourself and check out if you find yourself also in the inside. Coming about the regulation to the meridians, we first give you some kind of background on how we are able to use the meridian systems, such as cultivating our health, which is a very big topic in Chinese medicine, as well as regulating chronic diseases, beauty and wellness. We find it also over here, treating diseases, and of course in the preventative part, the meridian system can be very well applied. Talking about Chinese medicine, we all know that we have, of course, much more other methods, such as the herbal medicine, tuina, massage therapy, moxibustion, cupping, gua sha. So acupuncture can be understood as an external treatment by using single-used hygienic needles which are inserted into certain body location. We are stimulating the qi and blood on top of a certain meridian to reach the organ functions, to be able to stimulate the qi into becoming a more balanced state if we do have a stagnation in our system. How we're actually able to regulate the meridians, we've found a very basic slogan here in the beginning. When you start your acupuncture study, you will have for sure also this sentence: for the abdomen, use the Sanli point. For the lower back, we do apply the Weizhong point. For the head location, we use the Liechue point. And for the face, we try to locate the Hegu point. So you can see for different kind of body locations, we can apply a main acupoint to stimulate, to gain certain functions, to be able to release discomfortness in these above described locations. If we take a closer look right now to these points, I would like to give you some very basic explanation, starting with the Hegu point. And you will find this point in this position over here, which is where I have my finger over here. So if we start pressing this point and stimulating this point, which is a point from the large intestine meridian, we are able to treat headache or pain in the neck, pain in the eyes, a toothache, a sore throat, high fever, and of course many other symptoms. So just a very basic introduction to this point. The next point we talked about is the Zhu Sanli, what you find on your leg over here, just where you have around the circle, coming from the meridian of the stomach channel of the foot. We find this point often used for treating abdominal tension, gastric pain, diarrhea, constipation. So it is a point for strengthening our spleen and stomach functions. We can find it if we put our hand, which has 3 sun altogether, if we put this hand below our knee, we find in that position, which is described to you over here very generally, the Zusanli point, which you also can stimulate, massage every day, and and influence indications which are listed in this slide. The next point, called the ligature point, is coming from the lung meridian, which is already giving us an information about that this point is able to treat headache, a common cold, as well cough, and of course, because of its location, weakness and pain in the wrist. The location you can also find over here in that small circle. For those people who don't know how to locate, how to find the point, we do have it in this position over here, where I have my finger on top of the arm. Coming to the last point, what we talk about, introducing you 4 main points, is the Wei Zhong point. At the back side of our knee, actually between 2 tendons. If we press in the inside, we have some kind of quite uncomfortable tension and feeling. This point is mainly used for treating lower back pain. I show you again the point over here, where we have the circle around it, and we can try to find these points on our own, pressing and massaging them every day. When we just think about it, in the morning, in the evening, just using 1 to 2 minutes to press each point on each side, after going further to the other side of the body. Gaining more understanding about our body is as well a gate of gaining more health in our daily life. The meridian system, what I introduced to you today with a very basic introduction in this lecture, is one way of gaining more insights into our body, on how it works, on how we are able to apply ancient theories coming from Chinese medicine to get more understanding about how we are able to balance ourselves. Take a look at the self-check method. Take some time if you are lying in the bed in the evening, or have some spare time to go through all of these checkups and find out on your own constitution and situation on how your body reacts if you massage certain locations. So you will receive the first basic understandings about meridians and the flow, if they are in proper flow or if there is a weak flow. This was a very short introduction given to you today by Wushan TCM. We do organize distance education courses, mainly broadcasted from China. If you are interested in and you would like to receive more topics coming from the big field of Chinese medicine, take a look at our website on wushantcm.com. My name is Tim Wukan, and I'm very happy if I would see you here the next time for our upcoming live webinar. First of all, I wish you a good health, enjoyable time on discovering this self-check method on your own, and if you have any kind of questions, please don't hesitate also to contact me. I wish you all the best. Bye bye and 再见.